GGG.
And my phone.
Welcome to Maroon Talk, the only segment dedicated for anything and everything UP fighting Maroons. I'm Fim Moran, batch 2010, Peace Baños. With me today, from down under, Carlos Pastor.
What's up, everyone? Hello.
Okay, Adamson versus UP first round. Final score was 87-78 in favor of the UP fighting Maroons. We got our second win of the season, and it was a tough one. I don't even know where to begin. But again, yung team natin got a slow start once again. It's being a perennial problem for us UP team, the UP team, since like season 82. Yun yung problema natin. Off to a slow start, then eventually in the second half we gain our momentum and get back in the game, and get back in the game. So similar thing with how we played against Lasal in game 1. Kaya I don't think this is a healthy habit na. Don't you think so?
I noticed Carl Tamayo didn't play that much.
Oo nga, no?
When I asked you, I was like, who's the best player here? He said Tamayo, and I was like watching. I was waiting for him to play, but he was parang benched a lot of the time.
Yes, that's actually true. That's actually true.
I noticed.
Sige, speaking of Carl Tamayo, this he only played 22 minutes. Na us, sanay tayo na we get to see like probably like 30 minutes at least of him every single game. But especially down the stretch in the fourth quarter, probably like latter half of the fourth quarter up to overtime, I guess you also noticed na Carl Tamayo was on the bench. I realized late nung game na he's not on the court. So hindi natin alam kung bakit. It's probably one of Coach Gold's strategies. The ones inside were Malik, Terence Fortea, Cyril Gonzalez. Who's the other one? Zave Lucero, if I'm not mistaken. As we were catching up and closing the game out down the stretch. That was the closing 5 we had, both in the fourth quarter and overtime. Sige, let's talk about Zave Lucero. He was the best player of the game. Finished plus 17 in the plus minus. He had 15 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 turnovers, 1 steal. Pero actually hindi ko masyadong Zave is Zave. He's always gonna be that quiet, effective dude for us, efficient dude for us, without us even noticing his production loudly. Because yung medyo maingay this time, well, of course he had that dunk which blew the house down and I think gave us a lead, but the one who's like co-captained Zave in this game was again Terence Fertea. Our point guard, as my Kugilangan, is recovering from his injury. So Terence Fertea had 34 minutes. He finished with 12 points. Plus 19 on the plus minus. 2 of 9 from 3-point range. And 2 rebounds. 5 assists. 5 turnovers as well. So medyo, that's one thing as well na medyo still a con. Because as a team, we actually finished with 23 turnovers. 3 more than Adamson did. And those turnovers, like a lot of these turnovers were unforced errors, which made it kind of crazy. Especially in the first half. You know, so dun din talaga lumaki-lumang nung Adamson when we were being sloppy on offense and being porous on defense. Siguro nga one factor would be Carl's defense. I'm just assuming this kasi during the whole time na Carl was on the court no first half, part siya ng defense na sinuskoran ni Jerome Lanstibosa and giving them the lead. So maybe that's why he got to be benched as well on the latter part of the game. To those who don't know, Adamson led by as much as 16 points. So hinabol natin yun and eventually also got to lead by as much as 11. So coming off that hard, bad, disastrous first half, we turned things around in the second half. Dahil dyan, no, this is quarter scoring. First quarter, dikit pa, 19-17, UP up. Second quarter, Adamson scored 30 points while UP only scored 12. So dito lumaki lamang. But kung third quarter, UP scored 27 points while Adamson scored only 15. Then fourth quarter, 16 for UP, 12 for Adamson, and overtime it was 13 points for UP and only 4 points for Adamson. What do you think, my friend?
One of the things I really noticed, like I said, was Carl Tamayo. I think on the first half or the second quarter, you guys were up by about 12 or something points, and there's about 3 or 4 bailout 3-pointers that Adamson got. But it was the help defense of Carl Tamayo that I saw. I think it was
second half.
Second half. Was that the second quarter? I think. Okay. Where I'm not sure. It was Lastimosa just made 3 straight layups.
Yeah.
And the help defense was watching. It was Carl Tamayo on 3 occasions. And you mentioned he was 6'8" pa and everything. I was like, what's going on there? Smallest guy on the court's just layups on him.
So yun nga siguro. So yun, yeah, I guess that's one factor talaga. Kasi actually at the half, I got to notice this. We already got 14 turnovers as a team. So that's very, very bad. If we want to be a good team, an elite team at that. But yeah, overall, story of the first half, it was sloppy offense and porous defense. So, goes to show na both ends of the court, masama yung nilaro ng team, hence the score at halftime. But talking about that, I also noticed na yung rotation ni Coach Gold is still quite deep compared to previous. I think we got to play, if I'm not mistaken, 11 or 12 players still for this game. There were experimental, I would say, 5s on the court. Because there was one time there was RC, Bricks, Henry, Zave, I think, on the floor all together. And you don't really see that 5 a lot playing together on the court. Also as Cyril, Harold, sabay, Terence, Carl, and Malik. So that's the group 1.5. It's like a mixture of the first and second group natin. So very still experimental for this rotation for the first 2 games of the season. A lot still to be seen from Coach Gold and the coaching staff regarding who's gonna be the strongest 5 for us on the floor every game. Or it maybe depends nga kung depende sa kalaban kung sino nasa priority. Yeah, my priority for positioning, no? So we usually get Harold Alarcon and Cyril Gonzalez to guard the best players on the opponent's team. Thankfully, nalipat din si James, if I'm not mistaken, to guard Jerome Lastibosa. I think that was also effective. If it wasn't James, it was Harold and Cyril Gonzalez. Let's talk about you as well. You can see this guy's heart. This is what we've been talking about for Cyril ever since the preseason. He's our hustle guy. He's our defensive guy on the team. Tapos yung mga score niya actually bonus lang yun. But I'm sure, I mean, he can also score. Kaya siya nagiging bonus kasi we have so much other scorers on the team, and him contributing his points as well is such a big help already for everyone. If you have Zave, Carl, Malik, Terence scoring their own points, plus you have Cyril contributing on the defense and offense, that's gonna be big for us. Our starters were Carl, Harold, James, Jerry, and Malik, of course. So Jerry only played 11 minutes. Still couldn't find his groove. We noticed this since the LaSalle game. Baka nga he's still recovering from whatever he's experienced nung preseason. So waiting on Jerry. We know his impact. We know the impact he can bring to the offense and defense as well. So again, we're still at 100% as a team, but let's see what happens. Sino ba? Bricks Ramos was a steady contributor as well. The main backup for Terence Fortea in this game. He got 7 minutes. He got to make like another end one play. So also steady minutes for Bricks. Henry Galinato is turning out to be one solid backup for Malik. His physical presence on the court says a lot. May intimidation factor agad when opponents see him on the court. So if he keeps this up and he scores his points as well, plus get those rebounds, Henry's gonna be big for us. We get to see glimpses of his potential for the first 2 games of this season. So I'm very excited for Henry. I'm sure marami pa siyang mako-contribute, and he can also still prove his worth sa atin. And early on, he's already doing that. So let's see more of Henry. Okay, yun. Probably the best way to describe this is it is a tale of 2 halves. Mostly it. Adamson dominated in the first half, but then again, UP came in the second half, all the way to that controversial final play na tumawag pa ng foul yung referee, which gave Adamson 3 free throws. Joem Sabandal nailed all 3, which forced us to overtime. Freaking play, I don't know. I don't get that at all. Still so much missed calls questionable calls by the referees early on in the season. I'm not just saying this for UP, but it's also evident na for other teams, other games, medyo hindi pa rin consistent yung tawag. So it's kind of frustrating. So hopefully they get to improve as the season goes along. And yun, for UP, we have to stop with our slow starts. I mean, ang nangyayari yung mala FPJ vibes na na kwento na papabugbog ko muna sa simula, then eventually you'll win in the end. But I'm sure Coach Gold gave them a beating nung halftime. It's crazy to see. I mean, of course, it's Adamson. Jerome Lastimosa marked his calendar already for the UP game, and and again, it proved that he wanted to perform big. He had 25 points against us, both in the first half. So yeah, I mean, it's so different from how Adamson played in the first game against UST. It's like now they got their groove already back. Luckily, we got to escape with the win. I would say we did escape with the win. Again, it was an Adamson game for them to lose. So yeah, I would consider ourselves lucky coming back from that 16-point deficit. Luckily we got to turn it around in the second half. Pero yun nga, mahirap pa rin talaga if masanay tayo sa ganun. Well, siguro nga it's a testament na season 85 is a level playing field for all teams, so you can't really relax despite kung sino yung kalaban mo. But knowing the caliber of our players, dapat ganun yung nangyayari. I would still believe na ganun. I would still believe na we could dominate each and every game given our talent. But yeah, we'll see what happens, guys. Sayang wala si Enzo, coming from Singapore, from the Singapore GP. So yun, who else? Harold was also big. Harold Alarcon has had his own run. I think it was a 4-0 run in the third quarter. Third quarter. And yun. And after that, mostly stopping Jerome Lastimosa was his job, no? So salamat as well, Harold. Salamat, Cyril. You guys played your hearts out. I mean, everyone did. Malik was big, of course. Malik had 13 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 4 blocks. I don't even think people get to notice how big Malik is to us. Mapaprove lang siya sa stat sheet, but on the court as well, kita naman talaga na he gets those rebounds for us, he makes those stops. I mean, he's a big factor when it comes to those stops. So thank you, Malik, as well. You have been really big. So hopefully don't get injured the whole season. Talagang we need you down there, big man. If you score your points, that's very, very big as well for us. So thank you, Malik Diouf. Okay. It's probably all I have to say for this game. Except, finally, outscored the bench of Adamson 46-30. Mainly because of Save Lucero. So that's big. Yun na, okay. We got this win. Game number 2 is down. Adamson is down. 2 of the 3 key dates on our first round calendar is already done, and we got 2 convincing wins over these marked teams. So we faced FEU on Saturday sa Araneta. Another big game. If you sleep on them, we're gonna have a hard time as well. So we need a dominating win. We need a statement win against FEU to show everyone we're back. Hopefully we get a good convincing win good convincing game against FU on Saturday. That's all for now. Anything else?
That's it.
You're freaking tired, man.
That's 4 games. Watch 4 games in a day.
Okay, that's all for now, man. Thank you guys. A good game against Adamson. Another UP Adamson Classic. See you guys in the games. Comment down below. Please subscribe. Peace. Enzo, see you soon. See y'all. Bye.